and welcome to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida's School of Communication and the CW17. I'm Savannah Stillwagner. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. First up, Inside Jacksonville's Kylie Cochran takes us to Bagels Up, where locals can find a taste of New York without having to leave the city.
They say you can't get a real New York bagel outside of New York, but one Jacksonville shop is proving them wrong and bringing authentic bagels to North Florida.
We said, okay, what is missing in this area? And so every time we go to New York, we would always get the bagels, which we know they're very good. I think this is the best product that we should be bringing to Jacksonville.
And while the bagels are imported, what happens inside the shop is entirely homemade. The owners put their own spin on tradition, making handcrafted cream cheeses and loaded bagels you won't find in New York.
There's a lot of interesting flavors. My wife's a Filipina, so we have ube cream cheese. We also have espresso cream cheese, which is never really heard anybody else offering that type of thing.
Tess and Jay aren't just running a business, they're building a community that reaches beyond Jacksonville.
Surprisingly, there's a lot of people from New York in Jacksonville, and I had no idea until I started to work here, because since I started working here, there's been a lot of people that would come in and say, I'm from New York, and I can't find a New York bagel. And we have those New York bagels, and there's a lot of happy faces that walk out, and I haven't seen a single person complain that they aren't New York bagels.
I had moved here 26 years ago next week, and I had missed New York style bagels. They're just different than bagels made anywhere else.
But what keeps customers coming back is not just the food, it's what happens behind the counter.
I'm visiting from out of town, and this has been my favorite place in Jacksonville so far. The people who work here are so friendly. I've never been here before, and every single person who's worked here has engaged me in conversation. They also gave me awesome recommendations because the menu is so diverse, and it was my first time. I didn't really know where to start.
Bagels Up has become a regular spot for New York bagel lovers who can get an authentic bagel without even leaving Jacksonville. Kylie Cochran, Inside Jacksonville.
If you want to learn more about Bagels Up, visit their website at bagelsup.com. Next up, Inside Jacksonville's Jordan Walden shows us what's brewing at Grounds of Grace, a faith-based coffee shop that is helping the community one cup at a time.
Completing a mission trip in Brazil where he worked with an organization dedicated to helping children escape poverty, Ron Armstrong felt a strong need and desire to bring that same hope to his own community. This became the start of Sponsored by Grace, a nonprofit founded in 2018 that aims to release children from poverty.
We were led to what the city would call was the murder capital apartment complex in Jacksonville. It is called the Old Cleveland Arm Apartments over on Moncrief, 45th Division. And so we've been over there in the last 7 years.
Ron wanted to create a for-profit business and an employment avenue for the community's children and adults. So he and his team purchased an old abandoned school bus and flipped it into an espresso bar, which will become Grounds of Grace Coffee Shop. Over the last 2 years, the faith-based coffee shop has expanded to 5 locations across Jacksonville. Grounds of Grace is a for-profit coffee shop that funds Sponsored by Grace, a nonprofit that helps release children from poverty. Located on University Boulevard, Grounds of Grace offers a variety of drinks, small bites, and of course, lots of love and grace. Intending to teach skills like customer service and money management to local children, being an employee at Grounds of Grace isn't just a job, it's a mission.
I have seen people just give kindness in such abundance through donations and all the ways that they have supported our mission. And just being here in store and getting to chat with our customers, our regulars that come in every day, they're always just checking in and seeing what they can do to help us do better. And it's just really awesome and really just kind of restores hope and humanity.
Where the local community is the priority, Grounds of Grace is a hub for all different kinds of people. Whether you visit their first location on University Boulevard or one of their other branches across Jacksonville, it is clear that the shop is much more than a business. It's a place of connection, hope, and growth.
Every time I walk in here, it's so filled with love. I can just feel the love of God here. Being able to look at my coffee drink and see a Bible verse, that's so encouraging, that's so edifying, and just the warm smiles and the energy.
Ron and the Grounds of Grace team hopes to continue to expand and help one child with one cup of coffee at a time. Jordan Walden inside Jacksonville.
Make sure to stop by Grounds of Grace and follow their socials at Grounds of Grace Jax to see how you can help support their mission. Jacksonville's gaming scene isn't just about video games. Inside Jacksonville's Aaron Cox takes us into a local comic shop that's building community one card game at a time.
On a typical weekday evening, Coliseum of Comics is buzzing with energy. While it may look like a comic book store, at first glance, this spot is so much more than just books on a shelf.
We're known for multiple tabletop card games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Disney Lorcana, One Piece, things like that. But we don't just cater to the card community. We also do a lot of tabletop gaming, Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, just about anything. If there's a game, we'll play it here.
It's a place that's welcoming to all levels of players, from intense battles to beginner-friendly matches. Every game night offers something different.
It's actually a very big hobby. There are so many aspects to it. A vibrant community, a very grim, very dark setting, and games that always leave you on the edge of your seat.
And it's not just the games that draw people in. Comic fans know Wednesday as New Comic Book Day, and here preparation starts early.
Tonight, this is being filmed on a Tuesday. Wednesday, historically, is New Comic Book Day, and that's an industry standard. So Tuesday nights, I take all the brand new comics that we're going to put up for sale tomorrow, and I stock our shelving.
Between the books, the games, and the events, Coliseum has built a space for people to gather, play, and be themselves.
Coliseum of Comics is local to Northeast Florida. Coliseum of Comics, of course, has tons of comics. Whether you're a first-time reader or an avid comic collector, this is the place for you. They also have tons of games and action figures, as well as a huge gaming scene that plays games most nights of the week.
Among the most popular games, Magic the Gathering. It's a mix of strategy, storytelling, and a little bit of luck.
The concept is it's a trading card game. You buy packs, you assemble a deck, and you've got lives, and you got to try and beat the other person down. Mythical creatures, goblins, dragons, you name it, they've got it. So it's really fun.
For one when that's done?
Sure.
Yeah, I've also drawn.
You can go ahead and kind of pre-factor that in. And I will reveal this guy. So in this game, we've got a companion app. This is an official app that the makers of Magic the Gathering have made and released. It has a life tracker on it. In most normal games, you've got 20 life starting out in a typical game of Magic. So as you take hits, right, you lose life. You can keep track of that on the phone. There's creatures and interactions in the game that will gain life as well.
Whether you're picking up a new issue or learning your first game, Coliseum of Comics invites you to pull up a chair and play. Aaron Cox, inside Jacksonville.
If you want to join a game night or start your comic collection, visit coliseumofcomics.com for locations, events, and more. Coming up, Inside Jacksonville's reporter Amara Stelak goes to Jacksonville Beach to show us the All-Star cheerleading gym, Infinity All-Stars. Welcome back. Soccer's popularity on the First Coast is undeniable, as evidenced by the numerous soccer clubs and youth programs. Inside Jacksonville's Ella Harmon highlights what makes one soccer league stand out from the others.
Let's go.
Like other academies, All Nation Soccer offers training, practices, and intense games. However, it also presents unique features that set it apart from other soccer academies.
A really big difference is the community. We finish and start every game with prayer. As the game goes on, you see like some really intense competition, right? It's soccer and it gets competitive and it gets hard and challenging. But at the end of every game, you'll see that every team ends in community.
This academy has a mission to unite its players under Christ.
We are a soccer league that works to restore, unify, and empower people of all nations. We have people literally from over 100 nations represented in the league, and we just get to connect with them and share the love of Jesus with them.
So I found out about the league from a friend, and he talked to me about all those amazing things about the league that they offer and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's an interesting place.
All Nation Soccer teaches its players what it looks like to be in a community with people from all over.
It's like a big party, you know, because you meet different people from different cultures, from different places, and you know, I just love the fact that you're like united people, you know, and stuff.
Soccer is a universal language, making it a powerful tool for reaching people from all over the world. This brings individuals together, creating a strong sense of community. And All Nations Soccer uses this connection to guide its players toward Christ.
It's very simple. I mean, we play soccer and we dwell in God's word. It's soccer and God together. That is the most special thing. People play for money or a trophy, but we play to share the word, and we play to share the gospel, to love each other, and to learn how to be a family. Although we play against each other, we are still learning about God and hopefully building a friendship beyond just soccer.
17 years ago, the first league launched with players from 25 nations. The program is year-round now and features 60 teams and more than 2,000 players, representing 100-plus nations. But it's not just about the game on the field. It's about applying those lessons off of it.
Connections that you would never see happen in another league get to happen here. A league where we're here to care for our people, and we want to show them love. So.
Ella Harmon, Inside Jacksonville.
If you want to hear more about All Nations Soccer, visit their website at www.allnations.soccer. Now, we'll be joining Inside Jacksonville's Caleb Stoll to take a look into the newest addition to the Riverside Artist Walk area, the Artist Walk Skate Park.
Located across the street from the Riverside Arts Market venue, under the Fuller Warren Bridge, a brand new skate park bustles with activity from dawn until dusk. The Riverside Skate Park is the latest addition to Riverside's Artist Walk area.
So I actually believe that the Artist Walk is one of the best additions that the city has had in a very long time. Anytime that you pass that park, you see lots of people there, and it really doesn't matter the time of day or night. There's always a lot of skaters. I see everyone from very young children to very older generation people, and I do think it's a great thing for the kids in our community because now they have a place to kind of like grow those skills.
The Riverside Skate Park was an $8.8 million investment by the city of Jacksonville. The park spans 6 acres from front to back and seeks to connect the North Bank and South Bank Riverside areas. The park has a linear design, allowing skaters to seamlessly transition between one section of the park to the next. This unique nature of the park differentiates it from other local Jacksonville skate parks.
I mean, with the way the concrete is, I mean, you can go so freaking fast in this park. Everything's so smooth. Ledges are all nice and buttered up. I mean, and I just like how mellow everything is. You can actually comfortably skate around here at, any level. Whether you're really good, there's a sick little street section. But yeah, there's definitely something for everybody here for sure.
I think it's great. I've been skating it since pretty much the day it opened, and it's a nice place because it has more community than other parks in the area, I feel like.
The Riverside Skate Park differs from many skate parks in the Jacksonville area, as it doesn't feature any sort of skate bowl, a staple skate park feature that most Jacksonville skate parks have.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell a lot of the older dudes or a lot of that surfy style that you'll see at the beach is kind of missing from here.
Me, I don't care as much because I haven't been skating too long, but I like the street stuff more. I don't even, when I go to South Beach, I don't even skate the bowl.
Caleb Stoll, Inside Jacksonville.
The Artist Walk Skate Park is already becoming a staple of Jacksonville's skateboarding scene. If you're a local skater or looking to get into skating, be sure to stop by. Up next, Inside Jacksonville's Amaris Delac shows us the world of all-star cheerleading and takes us to Infinity All-Stars, where cheerleaders go to chase their dreams.
Have you ever been told that cheerleading isn't a sport? Well, how these athletes flip and tumble around will make you second-guess that statement. Located at Jacksonville Beach lies an all-star cheerleading gym called Infinity All-Stars. Infinity All-Stars opened their doors to the public in 2004 and is owned by Tracy Harkemeyer.
I coached Pop Warner for 10 years. I loved what I did, but I enjoyed the practices for getting ready for competition much better than the practices getting ready for field day.
The team behind these prestigious titles and success is Royals. Royals first became a team in 2018 and has lived in the hearts of many athletes who's been on this team prior. Tracy Harkumar's daughter, Afton Bellotti, co-owns the gym and is one of the head coaches of Royals. Two current athletes on Royals is London Bales and Summer Calhoun. London has been on Royals for 2 seasons now, and this is Summer's first year on Royals.
My favorite thing about being a cheerleader is like the bonds that we create here on Infinity and like being coached and learning new things and just having friends and family.
Being a world caliber athlete is a lot of hard work and determined to be the best no matter the case, and being able to be like switched around places without throwing like a big fit about it, and obviously in the end to win.
One of the fun aspects of All-Star cheerleading is the traveling. Competition season for Royals starts in December and ends in May.
These cheerleaders get to perform at different competitions around the U.S. under bright lights with big bows and sparkly uniforms. As stressful as this sounds, the cheerleaders love what they do, and it's their goal to bring home as many first-place titles and rings.
One coach at Infinity is Shelly Loveday, who also happens to be Summer's mom.
I've been at Infinity since the beginning, but a total of 17 years off and on. All-Star Cheerleader is the highest level athlete of a cheerleader. It's about being a family, being super committed to your team, and it's really just full stunts, tumbling, all aspects of being a cheerleader.
Many All-Star cheerleaders spend most of their lives contributing to this sport. It's almost every cheerleader's dream to call himself a world champion and walk around competitions with the world champion ring. I'm Maris Delac, Inside Jacksonville.
If you want to learn more about Infinity All-Stars, visit their website at infinityallstars.com or follow them on Instagram at infinitycdg. After the break, relax and listen to some tunes from a UNF professor and his interesting passion, music. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW 17. There is more to these sisters than what meets the eye. Inside Jacksonville's Reed Murphy introduces us to the Iverson sisters, a pair of lifeguards who bring a whole new meaning to the profession.
In the city of Jacksonville Beach, lifeguards are a huge part of the community. 2 of these lifeguards, the Iverson sisters, make their mark on the lifeguarding legacy.
Growing up, my dad was a lifeguard, so I went to a lot of his lifeguard competitions and was always around the life-saving community. From a very young age, I knew that as soon as I turned 16, I was going to be a lifeguard.
Nina has spent the last 6 summers protecting our beaches, but she is not alone in this endeavor. Her little sister Kylie shares her love for lifesaving.
Like, of course we fight, but I actually really enjoy it. And then, like, if we're on the same break, like, we get to hang out. And I think working with her and getting to compete with her honestly has made us closer throughout the years doing it together. And it's something that we're both very passionate about. So it's just been like a bonding experience, I think.
Nina and Kylie Iverson don't just work together, they also compete together in lifeguard competitions.
Surf life-saving competitions consist of different skills that you would use while lifeguarding. So I do the surf ski, which is basically like a long, skinny kayak. That is my favorite event. I also do the paddleboard event, the Iron Woman, which is a paddleboard surf ski sprint. I got my first regional win last year with my Taplin team, which was actually really fun because 2 of the girls who my sister and I did that relay with were from Virginia Beach, who we had met the year before. So this had been a year in the making, so it was really awesome to win with them.
The Iverson sisters compete in numerous competitions across the country. Sometimes the competition is tough, but these sibling rivals are tougher.
We're each other's biggest cheerleaders, but also, like, we're like, I'm gonna beat you in this, you know, but I think it motivates us more having that sibling rivalry.
It's good to have someone who is constantly pushing you and making you be better at something you love to do. It definitely has its pros, but there is rivalry.
Reed Murphy, Inside Jacksonville.
What an inspiring pair. If you find yourself at a lifeguard competition, watch out for the Iversons. To end us off, we are kicking it old school with the Mississippi Blues Band. Inside Jacksonville's Matthew Fiedler met with Dr. Brian Thornton and the blues band he is the leading member of.
Brian Thornton teaches the art of communication at UNF, but when he is away from the university, he is the lead member of the blues band.
We are the Mississippi Blues Band, and we're on a mission from God to tell people about the old blues from the 1920s and 30s, the founders, the creators of the blues. So when we play, we try to play the authentic blues music original. We also try to play with, this is a 1929 guitar, try to play the original instruments too.
Having a tight profession isn't enough to keep this professor from doing what he loves.
I love this old blues music. I wish I could do it full time, but of course I have a full-time job as a professor, and I also have a job as a researcher and a writer. I feel like it's my mission to tell people about the blues and where it came from, so I try to focus on that. And the music itself gives back to me. It's a kind of energy you put out, but it comes back to you.
From classroom lectures to classical blues, music will always be part of Dr. Thornton's life. The origin of rock, country, and much of the music we love today can find its inspiration from the early 1920s blues music. Pioneers like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin quote the blues as one of their major inspirations.
Growing up in Chicago, I started hearing on the radio blues, and lo and behold, a lot of these guys that are on the radio were still alive. So I used to be able to go and see them play in Chicago on the north side and so forth, and wound up getting to meet a lot of original blues guys and playing with them and learning how to play.
The Mississippi Blues is a 5-piece band that plays soulful blues music from the 20s.
Basically, I started playing in public school, started out on cello and bass in the 5th grade, and I played bass throughout junior high and college, and played in Jacksonville Youth Symphony, Friday Music Hall, anything I could do to get qualifications. I used that music to get a music scholarship to get my electronics degree.
With the Mississippi Blues, Matthew Fiedler, Inside Jacks.
Telling the history of music through your live performances. What an interesting concept. If you want to learn more about Dr. Thornton and his band, go to their website, themississippiBluesBand.com. You can also find them on Facebook. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Inside Jacksonville. If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, and look under the Digital Journalism tab, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube at Inside Jacks UNF. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month right here on the CW17.